Hi guys, Jesse here, and welcome back to my Star Wars Rebels reaction series. Today we are going to be moving on to Season 2, Episode 6. So last time on Star Wars Rebels we had Inquisitors. We were introduced to Inquisitor Sarah Michelle Gellar and Inquisitor not as interesting as Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yep, but we had Ezra, Sabine, and Zeb all go to get some medical supplies for the rebellion, and then get kind of destroyed by two Inquisitors. One of which we had already seen in a previous episode, and one who was introduced and who had little pet probe droids, which, nice. It was a really fun episode. It had some really kind of dark, creepy, ominous vibes. When I was starting Star Wars Rebels, people always told me, oh, it's much more of a little kid show than Clone Wars. And I'm not getting that at all. I think the only real difference is that we're following a child protagonist, basically, in this show, rather than in Star Wars The Clone Wars, where, yeah, we had Ahsoka, but most of our main characters and the characters we followed in episode to episode were adults. So, with Ezra being our main character, and being more childish, I don't know. But, yeah, the show, can get incredibly dark and ominous. It never really shows anything, but the vibe of last episode was very much sci-fi horror movie. It reminded me a lot of Aliens, and I think that's just because you're trapped in basically a spaceship with something hunting you in the dark in these confined hallways in space. So, but yep, so Zeb ended up being able to be the hero of the episode, saving Sabine and Ezra. And the Ghost Crew figured out that there's more than one Inquisitor. Not entirely sure what they'll do with this information, but they know it now, and they know that they're being hunted. So yeah, that was basically all that happened in that episode, so let's hurry up and continue on to Season 2, Episode 6.
Aim, then fire. Rex, I bet sometimes even you miss.
Speaking of,
Not really.
Jedi training, which is now, remember?
You know, I can't be in two places at once.
As a soldier, you're gonna have to learn to prioritize.
Well, he's not a soldier. He's a Jedi.
Yeah. What if I don't want to be either?
As we speak, the frozen planet of Rin is facing an energy crisis. When their supply of fuel cells is gone, the settlements will not be able to power the heaters they need to survive.
They'll freeze down there.
Since we're on Garel,
Man,
we should
that
check
seems
out
to
the black
suck.
market.
Bound to be generators or something we can get our hands on.
That seems like a
So that you
horrible
can
way to
find
go.
Without delay.
Gear up, everyone. Time to go make friends with the locals. Except you, Spectre 6. I asked you to clean the ion scoring off the Phantom's exhaust ports. Twice.
But I had Jedi practice and blaster practice.
Well, now you have scrubbing practice. What are you laughing at? You're gonna help him.
I love Chopper's laugh.
Can't.
That's great.
That's a stress signal. From who? Broken horn? That's Vizago shit. Okay. Look, someone's in distress. And if there's one thing I've learned from Kanan, it's that we help people in distress.
Anything to get out of chores, really. Hera's not gonna be happy about this at all.
No, I'm not running away from my problems. I am simply helping someone with their problems. There's a difference.
Not in this situation. Oh, this is creepy.
Vizago must be in trouble. Why else wouldn't he answer his call?
Well, that's incredibly convenient.
They're shut off.
Hmm.
Something is definitely not right.
I gave you that feeling.
Vizago? Vizago, is that you?
exactly. Well, hello there. Allow me to introduce myself.
Is that space pirate Winnie the Pooh?
Proud owner of this fine but currently inoperative vessel.
Where's Vizaga? This is his ship.
You know about me, but who are you?
I'm Lando Calrissian.
Lando. So at last I meet the semi-famous Lando Calrissian. A tad younger.
These two are both trying to bullshit each other.
I lost your droid. I lost my whole crew, thanks to the Empire. I once was a captain. Oh, the stories I could tell. So many of them true.
That's such a great line.
Yeah, you want to tell a story? Tell one to the Empire while I try.
Honda's a little sad now.
It looks like we are off on an adventure.
Okay. This is not where I was expecting this episode to go.
Crates of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa, power generators? That's what you're smuggling. These are pretty hard to get these days, old man. Expensive, too.
You're right. Which is why we will sell them at a fair markup. 500%.
Okay, I help you. You give me my cut in power generators. 3 crates.
All right. 2 crates and you have a deal.
2. And we split the profit at the 3rd.
Deal. The way you strike a bargain, you remind me of a great pirate I know. Me? Ha! Now, let's go split up the merchandise.
Ezra isn't completely stupid. I appreciate that. He's just a little stupid.
So, who is the buyer anyway?
All right. Where's Vizago?
Miss Morgan.
Vizago is indisposed, so to speak, granting me the privilege of conducting
Indisposed,
business
but
with you. Oh,
he didn't kill him.
I don't deal with washed up old relics. Now let's leave your wife out of this. There is no need for such impropriety among thieves. I am certain we can reach an accord. I'm certain.
I love Hondo.
You see, the Brang clan has a nice bounty on your head. I'll click on these generators and make an additional profit from your death.
Your business plan is impressive.
Of course it is. It's mine.
Well, the droid had the 5th crate.
Droid?
Thank you for stopping by.
Jumper's, oh my god. That poor one fucker. Jumper's always ready for just violence.
Now you die, Hondo Onaka.
Hondo, you want to be a little useful in this situation? Jumper with guns is great.
I'm rich. I'm dead.
Oh.
You might not be Calrissian, but I know one thing you are. You are a Jedi. Why didn't you tell me you were a Jedi? You know I am an old Jedi sympathizer. I know I wouldn't believe you either, but one of my best friends was a Jedi. I'm pretty sure we were friends.
I'm not really a Jedi.
Would he refer to Obi-Wan as one of his closest friends?
Pirate. Tell me, what is your name? Your real name?
I wouldn't do that.
Ezra Bridger.
Thank you, Ezra Bridger.
I wouldn't trust that shit.
What is that?
It's gonna be a man tied up in the corner.
Vizago, I am calling in that favor. Now. I know what I said earlier, Chop. Okay, I'll get you your ship, and then we're even. Fine with me.
Great, you're dealing with 2 pirates now.
Think you care to hear my counteroffer?
Man, Ezra's actually gotten a lot better at combat. He's actually like moving like a Jedi.
Sorry, very sorry, but I do not work with droids.
God damn it, Hondo.
Wow, looks like you get your ship back, as promised. I hate children.
Hey, look, he let you go. Could've been worse.
My friend! I was just talking about you. How you and I rescued the generators from the evil Vizago.
Yeah, that's not true. Chopper had the Phantom on autopilot.
Well, that's another version of the story, I suppose. I'll tell you what. You can keep my generators. They are my gift to you. Goodbye.
Just so you know, at one time, I might have joined your crew.
Oh, Ezra. You truly are a Jedi.
So that was season 2, episode 6, Brothers of the Broken Horn. Yeah, it was one of those episodes that are like fun and one-off, but that aren't necessarily as interesting as any of the Empire or Inquisitor stuff. But the episode was made infinitely more fun because, you know, Hondo Ohnaka's there, who I always call Space Pirate Winnie the Pooh because Jim Cummings' delivery of all of his dialogue is fantastic. I'm not 100% behind the redesign. He no longer really looks like a pirate anymore, and he's a little more sad, but I think that's on purpose, because this is a Hondo Ohnaka who is no longer in his prime. He's an old man, he's lost his crew, and where he was thriving during the Clone Wars, the Empire is not so kind to him, but it makes me really sad, because that was a character that used to outsmart Obi-Wan, and fuck, he outsmarted Count Dooku during his introduction episode. But I don't know if it's just the show he's in now, and how Rebels is different than Clone Wars. He's a little kinder, or if it's just the fact that this is a character 15 years later. But he is a little softer, a little kinder, because Hondo Ohnaka used to just murder people. He wasn't really afraid to murder children either. Like, whenever the Padawans were making their lightsabers and trying to get their kyber crystals, and he went to go steal a bunch of kyber crystals, he had no qualms of just straight up murdering a child. He's just a little less intense than he used to be. Also, this isn't how I expected Vizago's deal to come into fruition. I thought it was going to be a much bigger plot point because they made his whole thing seem very ominous, because Ezra tried to be like, oh, I'll do whatever you want within reason, and Vizago was just like, no deal. You have to do anything I want. I don't know, this just felt like an easy out, which is not a bad thing for, you know, Ezra. Just not necessarily what I expected. We also got Az Morrigan again, and that's fun. He's just a weird looking dude, and he makes a fun minor stakes villain that just kind of pops up, is a little annoying, and then leaves. And also, Ezra seems to be getting training from both Kanan and Rex at this point. All of his Jedi training coming from Freddie Prinze Jr., goddammit. All of his Jedi training coming from Kanan, and then he's getting, like, blaster and soldier training from Rex. Which actually might come in a lot more handy than anyone expects. Like, if they're going to join the actual rebellion, learning how to be a soldier can be really helpful, for kind of everyone. But all in all, the training seems to be, you know, actually coming in real handy, because Because when we saw Ezra actually fight against those robots, compared to even in like late season 1, he seems a lot more acrobatic and dynamic, and he moves a lot more like a Jedi, which is to say it's a lot of backflips. He's very much coming into his own as a fighter. And Rex seems to really want to train Ezra, because we've seen that since his introduction into the series, where he was teaching Ezra how to shoot the cannon on top of their old Republic ship. And he's been giving advice to Ezra throughout the episodes he's been in. And I'm wondering if that comes from a place that's kind of the character he always was to Ahsoka, is that he is that big brother figure and he was always giving her advice, and then also... And I wonder if this is him missing the good old days of the Clone Wars and missing having a Padawan around, basically, and that he's projecting a little bit. Or if he's just that kind of person, which he is. He is a good big brother, and he is a character that's always looking out for everyone else. But yeah, I wonder if he sees any of Ahsoka in Ezra, even if it's just a little bit, or even if it's just superficial of, this is a young kid who's training to be a Jedi during a war. I did my best to protect Ahsoka, but I haven't been there for her for the last couple of years, and she doesn't need me. This is a kid who still has a lot to learn, and a kid who I can teach. But there definitely seems to be some sort of, I don't want to say animosity, that seems a little much, but there seems to be a little friction between Kanan and Rex because of that. I think Kanan's a little jealous of Rex, and there's still some animosity because of the whole he's a clone thing, and the clones killed Depa, his master. But I wonder if there's even a little jealousy there, that Ezra's spending more and more time with Rex, doing soldier training rather than learning to be a Jedi. Because there seems to be conflict with at least a lot of Jedi and a lot of Padawans. We saw a little bit with Ahsoka during Season 7 about the fact that a lot of them never got to be Jedi truly because they were soldiers before they were Padawans. And I wonder if Kanan is trying to save Ezra from having to be a soldier and would rather him be a Jedi. And he's seeing a lot of similarities to what the Padawans went through during the Clone Wars with Ezra's training at the moment. Like, even his Jedi training is very combat heavy, and then adding Rex teaching him how to shoot a blaster. Because we don't really get to see a lot of the spiritual side of Jedi training. And when it does come, it comes in the form of helping with battle training. You learn how to quiet your mind so you can be better on the battlefield. Jedi haven't been able to be just Jedi for a very long time. And then again, I could be reading way too into this kind of stuff, but I think delving into some of the littler scenes and the character moments are very interesting to me. And Dave Filoni's always added complex emotions to smaller scenes, and he doesn't necessarily always spell them out. And I think that's why a lot of adults really enjoy Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, even though technically they're kid shows, is that there's still a lot of deep emotions and a lot of dark moments in these shows, so that was my reaction to Season 2, Episode 6 of Star Wars Rebels, Brothers of the Broken Horn. So if you like this reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps out the channel and keeps me motivated to keep making more of these. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.